Outreach versus inbound appointments. Which one is better? I get to ask this question every single day from agency owners. And in this video, I'm going to explain to you why each one is better in their own right, how you can use them, and what's going to be better for your business, okay? So there's 5 main points that I want to touch on that are going to be needed to be considered when looking at outbound versus inbound appointments, okay? So in general, I want you to think of outbound as the money you're making quickly and inbound as the money you're making in a long time from now, right? So right now I have a YouTube channel, right? And obviously you're watching, right? It has about, at the time I'm recording this, about 1,000 subscribers, and I've been running it for about 7 to 8 months. Now, given all of that, I have only signed one single client from YouTube, and I've signed about 40 from outbound, right? Now, just to give you some kind of context on that, right? That just goes to show you how much time it actually takes for YouTube to get going. Now, the reason why I continue to pump out content and continue to do this time and time again is because I know and I have connections with people who are doing way better than me on platforms like YouTube, on inbound platforms like Instagram, social media, different kind of social media, right? And they're consistently bringing in 10 to 20 appointments per day, right? And they're not having to do any of that, right? So it's completely passive and it's very, very easy to maintain once you have it built up, right? The issue is that it takes like more than a year to actually have that in place. So you can't really build anything you can't really do anything until then, right? So the reason why I bring this up is because I think it's important to do both, right? YouTube's going to make you, or YouTube, Instagram, whatever kind of inbound platform you're using, right? It's going to make you the most money in the future, but it's going to make you the least money right now, right? And a lot of people, what they do is they think of this as a binary where they're like, I want to make money now, or I only care about money in the future. And realistically, you should care about both, hopefully, right? And that's why you should do both of them. That's why I'm doing both of them. And that's why I would say that you should as well, okay? So there's 2 main key aspects to outbound that make it better than YouTube. One, which is speed, and the second, which is systemization and scalability, okay? So let's say, for example, you have a $10,000 a month agency, you book maybe 15 calls per month, and that's what you have right now, okay? If you are using outbound, right, and let's say you're sending 100 cold emails a day, if you want to double the size of your business and get to $10,000 or $20,000 a month, you just increase to 200 cold emails a day, and you've already done it, right? As long as your backend can handle that. The thing is with YouTube, right? If you're booking maybe 15 appointments per month from YouTube, and you want to increase that to 30 appointments per month from YouTube so that you can double the size of your business, you can't make double the YouTube videos and expect that to happen overnight, right? Whereas outbound, and same thing with ads and outbound, right? Kind of a similar concept, is you can double the input and instantly double the size of your business as long as you can handle that, right? Whereas with things like content, you can't really do that as much, right? So it's not like a system where you can just increase the inputs and linearly increase the outputs so that you can predictably scale, right? So that's the downside of that. Now, the 3 upsides of having an inbound system, right? There's 3 things. So one of them is the traffic you're going to get is a lot warmer because they're already bought into your process, right? And what you can do actually that you can use to combine your outbound and your inbound systems is when you book an appointment using outbound, you can send them over to your YouTube channel, to wherever you have a brand, whether that's on Instagram, LinkedIn, whatever. You can send them over to there so they get nurtured on that platform before the call so that they're the same quality as an inbound lead, right? But generally speaking, when you're getting appointments from someone who's actually booking onto your calendar, like they're choosing to come to you, the environment of the sales call is a lot different, and there's a higher chance that they're actually going to buy from you because of that, right? So there's a big point of leverage in actually having people come to you rather than you going to other people. Again, both will work fine, but that is just a slight advantage when you're actually having an inbound system running, right? The second one that I briefly mentioned on before is it's very, very easy to maintain, right? So once you actually have a personal brand, once you're actually able to get consistent people coming back and watching your videos, getting re-engaged into your content, you can pump out like one, 2 videos a week, and it takes like 3 hours, and that's all of your marketing, that's all of your traffic, right? And that's going to generate you a ton of calls, right? Obviously, it just takes that time to build up, but once you have it, it's super, super easy to run, right? And the leverage you have, the asymmetry of the work you put in to the amount of appointments that you get out is ridiculous, right? And that's why building a brand, to me, is super, super powerful, because once you have that, it becomes like you're basically become indestructible, which is kind of the final point that I wanted to touch on, is once you actually have something like this, where you can actually just pump out a couple videos a week, you literally become invincible, right? If everything else goes to shit, if you have 20,000 people who are like following you, who are actively looking at your content, who are actually engaging with what you do, you will never, like, you cannot fail, right? It becomes impossible not to make a disgusting amount of money as long as you have some sort of business knowledge around that, right? So that's basically the main 5 points that I wanted to touch on. Both outbound and inbound are super, super valuable. I would highly recommend doing both, because one's going to make you money fast, one's going to make you a lot of money, but later. Okay, so if you want help building outbound systems, that's what I do. You can click the first thing in the description. If not, I will see you in the next video. Bye.